grab
No,
one offline.
same here. So for perspective, I think we're going live. I'm running Motormaster, the ATP Motormaster Off-Road, Drag Strip, Dead End, Breakdown. I decided I'm not going to use any of my other stars for bots, and maybe that's a mistake, but I'm running 4 stratagems, and then I'm running the um, Ionizer Sword as my signature upgrade. So that takes more stars. And then I wasn't sure. I picked Master Metallicato as my signature action, but I feel like that might be a mistake. We'll see how it goes.
And I'm running. See, I've got Crankcase and Fire Drive, Wheeljack, and Thundercracker.
Ooh.
My signature cards are Universal Network Access and Anticipation Engine. So I'm kind of going with an action theme,
I
and
dig it. I
see how
dig
this
it.
goes.
Now you got to remind me. Universal Network Access is that just the draw 3 or am I thinking
Yep.
of yeah, okay. And then if you use it, there's another action you can play off of it or am I thinking of something
No,
different?
that's just the draw 3. I get a Brainstorm in hand in it immediately from Wheeljack.
Yep.
Um, and then a lot of it is I'm kind of hoping to play lots of actions aggressively, so I need to get cards in hand.
Yeah.
That's why I want the 3 Universal Network Accesses there. We'll see if I've overdone it. I might end up with an enormous hand that Crankcase and Fire Drive are happy with, but
We'll see. I
we'll
do
see how it goes.
have the game up. And I guess if we're live, shout out Zero over at Teletran 1 is working. And I know, Henry, you're helping him out with hopefully getting Octagon a little smoother. But I know
Yep.
he put that like. The way I understand it is now if a card is on Teletran 1, it gets auto added to like a package on Teletran 1 or something.
Yeah,
Um,
he basically has a replacement pack, and so you just drop that replacement pack on top of everything that's there by default, and you get everything on Teletran 1 replacing what's there by default.
And if people are curious, I know I was checking out Tabletop Simulator for a little while. I just as a program, I wasn't the biggest fan of some of the way it did certain things, but recently some things by the company, I'm not going to be using Tabletop Simulator, so I would encourage anyone who wants to play some games with us to check out Octagon. And promisingly, there have been some people asking about Octagon on the ATP Discord, so hopefully we get uh, some more players. All right, so I got Villainous. That seems like a no-brainer. I got High Speed Chase. The stratagems that you might be less familiar with, and we'll see how badly I like fuck myself over with just not remembering this. So looking to scrap at the beginning of the game, I get to choose one of my characters
Ooh.
with 6 stars or more to start in bot mode. So I get to start my Motormaster up big in bot mode. House Divided. Each Decepticon on my team has a revenge ability. So as you KO my little guys, I can ping you and scrap you your hand. And then we got. Oh, this is interesting. I guess this is the result of the Teletran images. Are you seeing like black borders on?
Yeah, I see this.
Huh. All right. So here's my team, and Motormaster, because my strat, he gets to swap over to his bot mode side. Yeah, I was really excited once I started like looking at some of the Primus cards. I was like, oh, it feels like 1v1 Primus is a great place to go check out the old combiners. We'll see how true that ends up being.
Yeah, it does feel like Predacons immediately feel desirable, and some of the big fat combiners where you're like, well, what if I start with all of them?
Yeah.
How do the Sentinels go?
All right. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then if anyone's unfamiliar with Primus, don't worry because we are both unfamiliar. I think you're more familiar with it than I am.
No.
But basically, we have 35 stars on the table
Yep.
and a minimum size of 50 cards. We can only play singles in our battle deck except for things we define as our signature cards.
One upgrade and one action.
Yeah.
And I don't think you normally would tell your opponent. You don't have any kind of statements beforehand of these are my signatures? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you
As
define
far
your
as I know,
signatures?
you don't have to state that, but this being a learning game for me, I felt the need to just make sure I wasn't like messing anything up.
Yeah. I love how many strats you've got. I was like, I didn't even think of stratagems from the perspective of throwing this together back in the day. I guess I
So
should really have crankcases one to stop your ditching cards from my hand.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so you got Crankcase, Fire Drive, Wheeljack, and Thundercracker. I believe I've shuffled, and I've got a 3. So I'm assuming you're gonna beat that. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And I'll assume I go. Let's see. If I go first, that also robs you of your flipping a little bit.
Possibly.
But then again, you already got Motor Master there, so who knows? Oh, you're gonna flip aggressive, aren't you? Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to combine up as well as I can.
I'll
Um,
assume I go first, and we'll learn from there.
yeah. All right. Oh, I gotta do that thing. So yeah, Octagon still does that weird thing with the hand. I wonder if we can fix that.
I mentioned that to the earlier. So good. I was going to ask you, are you seeing that as well? So I'm
Yes.
guessing Octagon had an update,
Yeah, I
and
think it's on the
the game
system side.
settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to need to put something in the highest level sort of definition file for the game that says when you start, make these windows big, maximize this. Unless it's just an Octagon bug. That's the other approach. Is maybe Octagon don't intend this and it will go away. So let's
All
see.
right.
I get to do a flip and I get to attack. Um, I know I'm going to want Wheeljack in the other mode. I know I'm going to want to bounce Crankcase back and forth a little. And do you have melees? You do have some melees, so
I
flipping
do. And
Thundercracker may have value.
Menasor will end up being melee.
So I kind of like Thundercracker for the flip ability here as well at the right time. Let's see, Fire Drive's going in for what I do, like, at best I hit a 4, we assume. So I'm going to put a couple of damage on someone. I probably go for your... This is always the interesting choice as well with the combiners. Is do I go for Motor Master trying to hit him, or am I trying to hit guess who you're attacking with?
Mm-hmm.
But with Thundercons, it always feels like you have a couple of choices for who you attack with.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
so
right way.
generally speaking, I feel like a lot of people flip dead end first. You just get that card draw starting out.
Hmm.
And then you tend to swing with drag strip, hoping to draw 2 cards. That tends to be my opening move, unless you're doing something different. Like in this case, you only have 1 car, so odds are I'm not going to swing with off road trying to ping one.
Mm.
Breakdown. I feel like drag strip and breakdown both have good chances of being the first attacker.
Yeah, and I'm probably attacking with
Drag
Fire
strip
Drive
and breakdown
initially.
are,
Um, just because I get the draw card, and he's a Battle Master, so I'm happy for you to hit him to force you
yeah.
into hitting him. And probably, and so the interesting bit on your decisions is, if I remember, drag strip flips to pierce, so I like attacking with drag strip normally. However, if breakdown fire drive is available, you may actually not want. That's when you may choose to prefer breakdown. So I'm probably going to send fire drive into breakdown. I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're either attacking with someone who's going to take damage, who's going to be closer to being not KO'd, or you're attacking with someone who. I don't know if I want to KO someone on your side or not. Or if I'm trying to spread damage, aren't I?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
it's
I'm going to
combiner.
drag strip.
You want to get your damage around, but
Yeah.
if you've got a good attack that you can swing into someone,
No. We can assume that's not there. So I think I will start by flipping. I'm gonna flip Thundercracker because I think I'm very much. I want them all in their bot modes eventually, but for a big play, but it
hmm
doesn't really matter to start with. And we're going to drag strip because I think you're not going to want to attack with drag strip.
yeah.
And we'll send him in attacking for 5. There's my piece.
My hotkeys are. Hold on, I gotta move my keyboard. I think. I'll just lean forward awkwardly every time. Do I? Oh, does I? Oh, what did
What did
I?
you do? Did you double up and do 22?
Must have here. If I just drag the whole thing, does it all go back on top?
Let's assume.
Okay. Um, all right. Let me make sure. My stun guns have bold one, not tough one. All right. Flip 1 for battle. Flip 1 for battle. There we go. Okay. I'm only blocking 2.
Excellent. And I'm attacking 5, so More than I expected.
All right.
I would ditch shield for scoundrels. Oh, I don't want
Taking
scoundrels.
3. What did he ditch?
I did improvise shield for an escape route.
Gotcha. Nothing to pick up on my end.
There you go.
Hi, Rathalarosa. How's it going? Let's see. I draw for turn here. So I can actually play something. Oh, I can only play one thing. First, I'm going to switch dead end, draw a card. I think I'm okay attacking with drag strip and just letting him die to try and get the draw 2. I'm going to be going into fire drive. So what do I want to do here? I think I go ahead and I'm going to play Scrapper Gauntlets on drag strip. I can't scrap a card, so I get to draw a card. Oh, I feel bad. All right, and then we'll go drag strip in. Hoping that I flip an orange and a blue.
Yep.
All right, I only pressed 2. I'm confirming it's only 2. Oh, what the? Okay, so that is very strange. All right.
So how many did you actually get done there?
Okay, the count. Draws, flips. I guess Octagon doesn't tell me here.
I got it. I'm counting. 9, 10, 11, 12. 20. So it did 20.
Why is it doing that? That's interesting.
And 20 is odd because if the white pip had been picked up, it should have done 22.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you had a white in there somewhere. Yeah, you had 2 whites. So it wasn't just, adding 0.
That's very strange. But before I hit enter, I made sure it was just 2.
And so I'm right clicking and doing draw X. Are you doing control X?
I'm right clicking and hitting flip 1 for battle, or flip X for battle. Control V.
Sorry, that's what I'm doing. My brain is not working. Okay, yeah. So I'm right clicking, doing flip X for battle. So let's do that. And you have bold 1, do you?
I do have bold 1. Ooh, orange. Hey! Okay.
Yeah,
so I do get to draw my 2. Okay. So I am only swinging for 4 here.
But you flip as well, right? Is that one when you get it, you flip on the
well, what is his ability? When I flip, yes. Get to switch modes here.
Yeah, and that was flip X for battle 2 for me. So we're behaving differently, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's very strange.
So you hit me for 5 PS1, and I defend for 1, so I take 4.
Yes. And I think I am going to be dropping... I'm going to be dropping a calculated strike for the pocket processor.
Okay. I'm going to drop Scrapper Gauntlets for mission briefing.
Yes.
Assuming that hasn't been banned. Are there any cards banned in Primus, or is it's all open? Other than, I guess, wizard bans.
I think I think there is a small ban list, but it's not even the wizard ban because Peace Through Tyranny and is allowed. Yeah. Quake, maybe in addition to Quake, I think Escape, what was it called? Daring Escape is banned. But I'm not 100% sure. There's a list on the Discord. There's like a PDF. We got to get it up on the website though, so it's like more easily accessible. Hi, hello, how are you today? How's it going? It's going pretty well. We're playing some Primus. Rathalarosa, what is Primus? Primus, I may be misremembering the history of it, but I believe Primus it started out as a multiplayer format invented in Texas by the Transformer game people. I I think they're the first ones that started playing it, and it's essentially, and Henry, you might be able to speak to this more than I can because you play Magic. Essentially trying to find the fun, casual gameplay of the Commander um, gameplay,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the aim. Yeah, I only dabble very tinily in Magic, but I think it was people with experience from that space trying to recreate that feeling of bringing a lot more randomness, of lots of just options, and far more deck options when you show up to play each other at the game store than
Yeah,
when we know we've got the 4 or 5 really top decks, trying to
yeah.
avoid just that feel all the time.
Brian, I see you're in the chat. You can hop on the voice channel. Um, we're just hanging out in the league room. I don't think it's. I don't. You can hop on and just hang out with us if you want. I think that's everything
Yeah,
for
yeah,
my
yeah.
turn.
Cool,
Yep.
man. All right, I just didn't want to interrupt. That's all.
No, you're fine. How's life been going?
Not busy, but hanging in there.
Can you actually, while we're playing, can you look up the ban list for Primus?
I am doing just that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, Wheeljack. Okay, you're going. Are you going for your actions yet, or just prepping? Okay, you got your
I'm
own
prepping.
pocket processor. That's good. And the mission briefing. We're drawing 3. Love it.
Yep. Yeah, my problem is that I would love you to actually have something I wanted to kill, so I could like immediately go big with Thundercracker, but it's just a case of sending someone out to
Yeah.
tickle you think.
Well, it's you save up to get the biggest swing on Menasora that you can.
That's basically what I'm aiming, yeah. So I'm attacking with Wheeljack. He gets nothing special in this mode, and flipping a couple.
Okay, so before I flip, I don't have tough. I'm hitting flip X for battle. We're watching
Yep.
it on stream. I'm gonna hit the 2. I am deleting the Q. Okay. There, all it says is flip how many cards to. Chat, if you can confirm, that would be amazing.
That look better.
I must have
Well,
just been fat thumbing something.
but even there, we've got more. Right, we're looking at 6
White.
flips.
Oh yeah, it
to the
should have
same
only been
score.
4. Yeah, what the?
Something's unhappy there.
Yeah. Okay. I am defending. I've got 1 defense base, and am I melee? I'm not. I'm just defending for 1 here.
Okay. And I... Oh, yeah, because you're not melee. I attacked for 4. My native, because I flipped 4 whites.
4. I blocked 3, and I lived by 1. Is that real?
Yay! Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy with that.
I got a lot of things to pick from here. Did you have any greens or no?
No, I 4 white pips and that was it.
I am ranged, so I can. Oh no, I'm not a specialist. I guess I could only really pick up sparring gear, and do I care about sparring gear right now? I only got to flip 2 more dudes. I guess I do want to pick it up. I will drop a Master of Metallicato for the sparring gear. All right. Draw for turn. Flipping. We'll flip off-road and swing with breakdown. What's weird here is I'm not going to get all my swings. It's almost like, yeah, I'm so used to playing Stunticons a certain way, but with Primus, when I have everyone out and I'm like, oh, I'm only actually going to get like 3 swings before I combine into Menasor. We'll put the pocket processor on Motor Master. And let's play. We'll play a Disruptive Entrance. Let me see that hand.
Here we go. Let's drop it all out because you got a lot of options here. That gives
Oh.
you an action, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to be an action. So, okay. Escape route, I don't care about so much. I think the Universal Network Access is what I scrap here.
Okay, doke.
And then we'll go Breakdown in, and we'll go into Wheeljack.
Yep, makes sense.
All right. I do get bold 1, so I'm flipping 3. Octagon, you crazy.
Yeah, it's doing 2 extra each time.
I'll just flip manually.
Manual, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it doing it? Is it maybe like some sort of update to try to read the black as? No,
There's not.
The jazz thing.
Yeah, I updated this morning from the stuff, so it could be if Cameron, your stuff is any older.
Oh,
Like,
it most certainly is
on the 8th.
older. Yeah, maybe there was a bug that got fixed that I need to update from. It's just weird because like when was the last time we played an Octagon? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
It's before I think we pulled Z's new bit down, but equally he hasn't changed the code. It's just the data. So that would be a case of we might see a black appear as a white if the numbers are bad in the data, but to get it flipping 20, that's just weird.
Yeah.
It's gotta be deeper.
Yeah. I found the ban list, by the way. If you were.
Oh yeah. Let us know.
So it's Quake, Sabotage, the Stratagem. I don't believe in Destiny, Stratagem, and Overlord. And then there's a list of things that are restricted because they can't be a signature action or upgrade. That's PTT, Security Checkpoint, SD Advantage, Mag Ray, Multi-Mission Gear, Swap Parts, Daring Escape, Belligerence, End Hostilities, and Knack.
Gotcha. Okay, so Daring Escape is allowed. You just only get the one of.
I'd be lucky.
Yeah. Oh, and anything Primus Pack that's marked PR Rarity.
Oh. Well, I don't have. I know what my signature editions are, but I didn't know that, so I'll make sure I remember that for the future.
Yeah.
Neat.
So you hit your orange blue.
I did hit my orange blue, so I get to switch modes here. Now, before that happens, I did not hit my blue. So I switch modes here. I'm swinging with 3 Pierce 1.
Okay. And I'm defending for 3, so I take the 1.
And then I think it's like I guess the question is like, do I combine? And I know Thundercracker is gonna kind of just dunk on Menasor, but I think I gotta let it happen. I don't think I'm picking anything up. I guess I could pick up the Espionage. I'm looking at what I've got laid out here. I don't think I want to scrap anything for it right now, so I'll let it pass me by. And yeah, I think we'll combine. What I'm hoping for is priority 1 is bigger Menasor.
Yeah.
Okay. The only question I have.
Yeah.
Is that could you have made it so that you force him to attack twice and then you can attack twice in a row, and
like delay my attack until combine after he's tapped out. Like I get a swing and then I'm combined and we're not tapped out. I don't think that
you get a Motormaster swing, right, and then you combine. Or do you have to combine? It's at the start of the turn. I forget.
It's a May. It's a May at the end of the turn. So
yeah, it's at end of turn, so it'd be after it checks for untaps.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But you could have waited another turn. I actually think I would have waited one more turn. Let me tickle whoever it was with someone, but I'm still holding up my Thundercracker hit. Whereas now what you do is let me hit with Crankcase and Thundercracker.
I guess.
So maybe you attack with one more person just to sort of.
Sure.
Get a couple damage in and then combine right at the end of it so that you have a defense.
If you'll let me.
And you're standing.
Sure. And this was over here.
Yeah, I'll take the moral win at this point. And,
yeah, I'm cheating. Helping Cam.
I was sitting there thinking, I wouldn't combine yet. I'd wait one more.
This is all casual. We're learning here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm effectively just sending people out to absorb a bit of damage and hope that Menasor doesn't then take out. Well, I guess Crankcase and Thundercracker are my big hitters.
Yes.
And Fire Drive is my I need you to kill Fire Drive side of it.
Yeah, and Crankcase, I guess at this point you could flip Crankcase and swing into Breakdown to get a decent amount, because you don't want to attack Dragstrip at this point, because
Exactly.
it'll
I'm not
just be for
touching him.
one. Um,
I mean, I can flip Thundercracker to. Oh no, he's not melee. I can't kill him. I'd be putting it on Motor Master. That's actually another approach. Is I flip Thundercracker. So you're sticking. My turn. I will draw. And if I kill your person, I'm gonna lose a card from my hand, but it's my choice.
yes. You also, everyone on your team gets pinged for one.
Oh, everyone gets pinged?
Yeah, choose an opponent and
Oh,
do
that's
one
horrid.
damage to each character on their team. Yeah, that's one of those PR. I mean, it's a stratagem, so you can't play more than one anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. Is
yeah.
there an Autobot equivalent, or is this sort of trying to encourage more Decepticons because Autobots are a bit more powerful in Primus?
I I didn't look at like all the stratagems for the format. I was really just focused on what I could play with Stunticons to get to 35 stars. I'm sure there's got to be some sort of Autobot equipment, because I don't think, like, at this point in when Primus Pack 2 came out, like Decepticons have reached parity with Autobots for a good while now. We don't need to
Yeah.
encourage Decepticon play anymore.
Let's see if I can. I don't think you can grab stratagems in the game, but it is called Will to Fight. Each Autobot on your team has Safeguard 5, and the first time each turn an undamaged character on your team would take non-attack damage, it takes no damage instead.
Yeah, so it's like a useful safeguard.
Yeah, and it's nice, and it's kind of encouraging the Autobots are Safeguard, Decepticons are Revenge style of Wave 3 and 4.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a nice play there.
And it makes Magray a little less dangerous. I mean, Magray will still hit everyone for one, but it doesn't hit Autobots for two.
Mm. I
Now,
think
wait, Cam, did you start with both looking for scrap and House Divided?
Yes.
yes.
Because they say you cannot include.
Oh,
strategy with
dang
Primus
it.
in your
Okay.
strategy.
Maybe that's what makes that's fair. In that case, we'll just ignore House Divided, because we haven't actually applied it yet. Good to know. So I'll have to look for another stratagem, or maybe I get a star card.
I'm obviously happy with that. I'm going to flip Thundercracker
Yes.
and do 2 damage to, I get Off-Road or Motor Master as my choices. You are attacking. Doesn't matter. We think you're combining soon, so I'll dump it on Motor Master.
Yep.
So we flip Thundercracker. I don't have to worry about cards being scrapped from hand now. Just peeking at. So Crankcase is if I have 5 or more, he gets more powerful, and he loses a defense. I think I like. Do I like that?
I think if you're trying to go into Breakdown right now and put some damage before I combine up, it's worth it.
Yeah, hitting Breakdown hard is quite doable. I mean, you know, I've got a grenade launcher and a fusion bore in hand, so I can make Crankcase pretty huge.
Yeah.
But I can also make him. Oh, I draw again for pocket, so I get 2 draws. That's much more attractive to have more cards in hand. I'm basically, I drew a rapid conversion, and so I'm like, do I want to spend that to flip someone over? Next turn, I've got to flip Thundercracker over to get him into his action mode.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have used the escape route on Thundercracker to flip him, as that's kind of my less exciting card there. If I manually flip Crankcase, he's gonna have to sit for a while with his that extra defense. But so if we give him, let's say, the fusion borer, that gets him to a 7.
So
I hit for 8, and then I get another 3, so 11.
Yeah, if you swing with Crankcase, I'll get an attack in, and then at the end of my turn, I'll combine into Menasor. So we won't untap after you attack with Thundercracker, and I'll get another attack in on Crankcase. Odds are.
Yeah. So he's probably a one-shot anyway. So I think we will rapid conversion Crankcase into his bigger mode.
Mm-hmm.
So he's now hitting for 8. I hit for 9, you defend for 3, I do 6. So Breakdown will have 1 damage. If I actually give him the weapon, it will probably overkill him.
And since Breakdown's tapped, I guess killing Breakdown isn't as important as just getting efficient damage onto Menasor.
Like, I should get Breakdown to 5, 6, 7 damage quite easily as he is now. So I really don't want to waste the extra 2 or 3 damage that Fusion Borer could be giving me.
Especially since Fusion Borer is a 1-of in your deck.
Yeah, and a Grenade Launcher. So I think I stick as is, and I send Crankcase in.
All right.
Into Breakdown. So he attacks for 8. Flip a couple. And that's my first time with that bug.
Hey, it's not just me.
So top one, next one.
I feel a little better now that we at least replicated it somehow. And I flip my cards manually. That's why I'm assuming I didn't flip a billion.
Yep. So I got 9.
9. I'm blocking 4, taking 5.
Okay. So pretty much within my range there.
Yep.
Always good when your math ends up being as it actually shows up.
Yep. All right. I draw for Pocket Processor. Oh, that's interesting. So I've got new orders in my deck, but seeing the way it plays out with the stratagems, I wonder if that's a card I drop in the next version. Because it's like I am combining very quickly and untapping a guy. Oh, I guess, is there any...
New orders is brilliant for you right now.
Yeah, I guess I'd untap Drag Strip to swing again and force an attack into one of these 2 guys.
Yeah, and then Thundercrack is wide open, and I've lost most of my planning here.
Well, although it'll be the end of my turn, and because I can delay 1 more, can't I? You attack with Thundercracker, and I won't be tapped out, and I can combine. Oh, okay. So I'll combine into Menasor on my next turn when you have untapped. If I'm thinking about it right. If I play new orders now, I will untap Drag Strip, swing with him again. You'll be tapped out after you attack. It'll be my turn, attack with someone else, then combine. But by the time that combination happens, you will...
Well, you're going to attack with both of them. I'm fully tapped, so you'll attack with Motor Master
with everybody,
and Dead Ends. And then at the end of that turn, you'll combine.
Yep.
And then I go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be combined, but you'll go before I do anything with the combined.
You get 3 hits into whoever you want, or 4 hits.
3 hits and then combine. He'll hit you once, and then yeah.
All right. So we will play new orders. We untap Drag Strip, and then what I want to do here, I guess I want to try and hit Crankcase as hard as I can. I guess I'm going to put the Drill Arms on Drag Strip, draw a card, and it'll give him the +1. All right, bold 1, white pip, 5 pierce 2, 6 pierce 2.
See, I got a melee there, but he's ranged. So defending for 2, so taking 4. Seems pretty decent.
Espionage, do I want you? No. I'll scrap all that. Your turn.
Espionage feels a little less exciting in Primus.
Yeah.
If we're all generally mixed.
Yeah, I think I'm also running counter, which I think in Primus counter is even better than it is before, because usually there's like, okay, if I draw this is my out. So if I can counter, something.
Hmm.
So yeah, I guess, do you flip Thundercracker at this point?
I mean, he's not losing any defense, and it is putting him in position to flip another back again.
For the melee ping.
But flipping Crankcase is also desirable because I get to give him an extra defense with the
Yeah.
assumption he's going to hit.
Yeah, and if I'm swinging 3 attacks with dead end, I mean, I'm averaging what, maybe 5 on my attacks. Think of it as like 3 attacks for 5-ish, 4 or 5-ish. I'd say with a bold 5 probably. I'm not super orange, but I've got orange pips in there.
Yeah, I think I flip.
Well, you said you have an
Escape route.
yeah,
Crankcase,
that's it.
draw the card off of him, and then I
No,
think
wait.
30.
Wait,
Yep.
wait. Shouldn't you flip Thundercracker first, then do the?
Oh, you're
escape
right,
route?
yeah.
Oh, to get the count. Yes, yeah.
So I flip him, and we get a +1 on Thundercracker.
And did you already drew for the pocket processor?
Yep, I got a couple
Okay.
of nices there. Then
So,
we'll
yeah.
give a sturdy javelin to Thundercracker,
That
which
ain't
is
bad.
why I
There you
stuck
go,
him
2
up
for
earlier
1
to
deal.
take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to pop 2 people up. It doesn't matter with you as such, but at least I get the emotional satisfaction of them. For all I know, you might want to stay wide for longer and mess around and send these guys out again later. So
Mhm.
killing both of them does feel nice.
Well,
Um,
actually, it might be good. You get most if you attack into breakdown, or you attack into
I can do
breakdown,
4.
and then
4
do
damage,
2 to, and then do the 2 to Motor Master, because you can't do it anywhere else. So you're getting 2 extra. You're getting like 1 extra damage through
as
by
opposed
using the.
to, yeah,
Yep.
versus leaving him with these little guys if he doesn't combine. I'm pretty sure the emotion in the game would be like, I'm KOing 2 at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
I focused on that part. Oh, maybe I lost 1 there. I killed 2. I'm happy.
We
escape
can't
route
target
is
anybody
nice.
but Motor Master, because the Motor Master's a.
No, off-road could also, because he's melee.
Well, this is with my range sturdy javelin.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha,
That
gotcha.
goes. Yeah. As I attack, that gets flipped into breakdown. I was thinking.
And yeah, Motor Master, like, if you target anyone else than Motor Master, then they can't take non-attack damage.
I think I also want to kill the guy with the upgrades a bit because we do have swap parts back in the game. We do, like, I don't want to have any movement. Oh, and you're going to combine and get both of these upgrades. So I want Dragstrip dead, absolutely. I don't want these hitting dead.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that
That's
makes
fair.
sense.
Yeah. So Dragstrip must die, at which point I might as well aim for Dragstrip, as he's in case I, for some reason, fluff. I'm sitting on 6 attack at the moment. So I've upgraded, I've done that. I flipped him. I got the flip on Crankcase, so I send Thundercracker into Dragstrip. I Javelin Breakdown.
No,
You mean Motor
you
Master?
Javelin Motor Master, because if you Javelin Breakdown, Motor Master's card effect says that Breakdown won't take that damage.
Oh! Missing that bit, thank you. Yes, so I Javelin Motor Master to get the 2 on someone.
Yep.
And then we flip couple. Well, then I scrap that. Get rid of him. So I came in for 6 PS1. Is good, because I don't need the PS1.
Oh, he did.
All good.
Make sure he's at
And
7 damage, and then that gets scrapped.
I guess Wheeljack likes the Noble's Blaster enough that...
I think so, 100%. Especially because Motormaster is gonna like be pretty defensive. You want that pierce. That pierce will matter. I think I don't care about the Soldier's Blaster in this case because the 2 dangerous guys are the same faction.
Yep. So my only case is what I want to give up. I think my card draw is enough that I'm actually going to give up a data bank. Even though I'm probably not going to get that pocket processor living for long. We'll see how this goes. Yep, so I scrap those, and it's your turn.
So thinking about this, I think I'll figure out another stratagem, and then the House Divided, I think that's like my first sideboard choice. Because it feels like, depending if it's a more aggressive matchup where I'm like, my guys are dying faster.
Yeah, I think
swapping those
you
two
don't
out.
need the speed as
Yeah.
much as you want that revenge effect.
When there also might be matchups where it may actually make sense to stay wide longer.
Yeah, exactly. All right, draw for turn, draw for pocket processor. Ooh, okay. It has to. I combine at the end of my turn. Or yeah, play the Ionizer Sword on Motormaster. And look at what I got here. I think with the Ionizer Sword out, I will security checkpoint here.
So I've got security checkpoint.
Yeah. What I lose is a sparring gear and a thermal weaponry.
I lose wonderfulness.
Oh, yeah.
That is some niceness to lose there.
That's rough.
And I would have been unhappy to security checkpoint you anyway, which was obviously why I held onto that card
Yeah.
and let the data bank go. If that was all I got, and I would have lost Fusion Borer and Noble's Blaster.
Yeah. Yeah, I was holding on to it because I was like, I do not want a security checkpoint Ionizer Sword out of my hand, but I didn't want to play it right away because I figured like you might target it.
Yeah.
I think the timing just worked out that you got unlucky when you picked up the Noble's Blaster, gave me a good opportunity. All right, so we are sending attacks into Crankcase, and I think I'm going to start with Motormaster here, swinging 7. Bold 1.
I'm good with that.
7. Yeah.
Got a 1 out of it, so I defend for 3 and take 4.
Then off-road. Oh, must die sometime. I don't even remember what this card does. Can't use stealth, sturdy. Oh no, I don't care about that card. 3 pierce 1 here.
Defending for 2, so taking that 1.
And Scoundrel's Blaster, I think I also don't care about in this case. And then last one is Dead End.
Blue, yes. There's bang. Okay, blues. These are blues. There's 1 blue.
6. Ooh, white pip.
Yeah. It's not horrible. That's 4, but it's just enough to KO him. So I miss out on my extra card draw.
And didn't pick anything up on my end. End of turn. We untap. And then I combine. And I've got 9, 16 total damage on Menasor.
I've definitely played Menasor and put less damage on him, so, I'm not too... 16's not the worst.
Yeah.
And you keep the Ionizer and the pocket.
Yes.
I mean, breaking 20 is fantastic against that.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Drawing 1.
Oh, hey Rob, how's it going? What software client is this? This is Octagon. Let me while Henry's taking his turn, I will put a link out. I guess what's the easiest way? Link to the Teletran page?
Yeah, I think so.
Rob, let me show you what you need to play Transformers on Octagon. It's pretty easy to set up. It is free. Downloading and printing. No, how to play online. If you go to Teletran 1... Oh, I gotta...
No worries, I'll remember. You've got 2 damage
Cam, I
on
can
Menasor
post
at some
it.
point.
Is it on the YouTube?
Yeah,
It's
it's on YouTube and Twitch. However you wanna paste it.
Okay, I'll paste it in there for you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I flipped 2 damage over to melee Menasor by flipping Thundercracker.
Yep.
and then I UNA'd 3 extra cards, and then we'll send Fire Drive in to be a lovely sacrifice.
That seems
Draw a
more than
card,
fair.
maybe shuffle.
Menasor, let me make sure. When you play your second action, while your has at least... Okay, he gets sturdy. Got it. And I got tough 1 here. When this combines, draw 2 cards. I guess I draw
So
the
he doesn't
2.
get sturdy yet, but he gets in a bit.
Yeah. Not great. I'm only blocking 4.
Well, he's probably not doing a lot. We're looking at 4 PS1.
Take that 1.
I will happily take it. His job is to die, so you know.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. All he is basically kind of taking a turn from Menasor.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get to do a double. I get to do my big Thundercracker hit, and Wheeljack will let me draw a card on that big hit. If you don't, mess me up.
Rob, there is a Discord link that we can drop in chat. That's where we're playing right now, is actually on the Discord, chatting with each other. There's a group of us. Most people play via webcam, but there's a small rebellious faction of us that have ascended past the need for paper cards, and we play digitally via Octagon. And there's always more people signing up to play via Octagon, so if you're down, we would love to play with you. We'll stick that link in a second. Okay. So I get an extra action here. Is there anything that lets me kill out of combat? No. I guess this might not be the worst thing in the world. But Rob, I guess if you're hanging out and watching, welcome. Do you play Transformers TCG? Did you used to play locally or anything?
And I just posted 2 links, one for the instructions on how to play on this client on Octagon, and then another one that has a list of the Discords.
Awesome.
And Cam, does Restream put that on Twitch, or do I have to go to Twitch and post the same things as well?
Restream will we've got a bot that'll repost stuff to between the 2.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I get 2 actions. I get an upgrade. I guess that doesn't do me much good. I guess I'm not playing an upgrade this turn. What do I want to do instead? I want to make a big swing here. Where do I do the most damage? Oh, maybe it's these 2 things. Okay, so I'm going to be swinging 9 into Fire Drive. Odds are he dies. And then you're going to swing Thundercracker back into me.
Yep. Well, I guess both of them.
Yeah.
But Wheeljack's going to tickle.
How many stars is... You're only 8 stars, so maybe this is my play. I'm going to play a secret action.
Okay.
We wonder what that could be.
And then I'm gonna... I think... I kind of wish I saved it for a bigger turn, but I think as my second action, I'm gonna play
Nice.
Steamroll just to make Fire Drive count a little less. And then I'm looking at my 2 upgrades, and both of them would overwrite something I don't want to overwrite, so I'm not going to worry about that. And we'll just go in here. And I've got... My base attack is 10. I've got...
You repair a damage from Menasor when you played that second action.
Nice.
From your snap.
Yep. Repair damage. My base attack is 10. And I've got bold 1. 1, 2, 3. I don't care about the... Oh, no, I do care about... because he attacked and I've got the Ionizer Sword, I get to draw a card. Let me reshuffle.
I'm
All
looking
right.
at 13, I think, there.
Yeah.
Blues are good. We like blues.
Oh, Rob, you only discovered the
Wow.
game after it had been discontinued. Yeah, if you're interested in learning again, like we've got cards that we print and play, so you can do that. And Teletran One, like Brian said, has links. I think it's got PDFs for the official Wizards cards, even, so you can print copies of those. And then if Octagon, everything's free. There's the images that Brian linked. You can download Octagon from Teletran One, or there's a link to download it on Teletran One, and then you can get the image pack and everything. Oh, that's a pretty good defensive flip. So you're blocking 3.
Yep. On a
I'm
0. So,
swinging 10, 11, 12, 13.
yep. So I'm taking 10. 6 kills him, but you're steamrolling. So I put
You get to choose.
4 more into someone else.
Yeah.
And I basically think it has to be Wheeljack because I'm hoping you can't one-shot Thundercracker when you
Yeah.
target him.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
give me
absolutely
5.
the right move.
Okay.
I'm going to drop Elite Enamel for Bashing Shield.
Okay. Now the question for me is who gets the weapon, given we think,
No.
I know you gave that away. We didn't know it was that at all.
Wait, I've got it, but it's not like I'm going to be hanging on to it for long as soon as I want to play something.
Yeah, it feels like for this turn, if you can spread out your damage between the two, because you can go big with Thundercracker, but he's going to be capped at 8.
Well, how much do you defend for? Well, I mean, yeah, agreed. Because you also have to reveal this before I have to. That's a when this defends, so I have to decide on scrapping cards to boost Fire Drive up before the point you would hit that.
Yep.
But I think I put it on Wheeljack, and I think you're right. I think I spread it so that I basically aim for.
You have 2 big attackers again. I took out Crankcase, but you have 2 decent attackers now.
Well, yeah, the strategy is at this point is if you can get him within striking distance, then he basically has, to choose either, he goes after your Fire Drive. If he doesn't have the ability to get it, then he has to worry about Wheeljack. Maybe otherwise, maybe you get one of those big turns where you can go for Thundercracker for a couple, over a dozen or something to get him.
Well, I've got 17 damage I can lay on him. Best. Well, I guess it depends. He's going to make the gamble. Well, I think we'll start by having. Yeah, because I want to keep. The fun bit with Thundercracker and Crankcase is they're kind of working against each other, right? One of them wants to dump the hand, the other one wants and Fire Drive, and then Crankcase is like, I want a big hand. So Crankcase dying early is actually fine. I think we're gonna start by flipping Thundercracker, get him into fun mode. We're gonna brainstorm.
Yes.
We are going to disarm and put those upgrades back in your hand.
Oh, that's good. Oh no, you've got the security checkpoint. Yeah, that's real good.
That guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 on Thundercracker. Sitting on a bunch of actions. And then I've got a Master Sword that I could have replaced Fire Drive with, but I think I don't want to.
Yeah.
Tempting as it is. So yeah, I get to wipe you on that, which makes Minotaur a lot less worrying to a single shot.
So I lose the Pocket Processor, the Sword. My other 2 cards were Inhibitor Release and Bashing Shield. Those all get scrapped, and then I've got a dad, a mom, Disruption, Stuncon Enigma, Damping Field, and New Orders in my hand.
So really, the dad and the mom are the real worries there as such. I don't like.
My hope was to mom and then steamroll. I don't know. Maybe that could have been the right move, and I could have. I don't think I would have gotten enough damage to kill Wheeljack right then anyway.
So now I've played my bit. They're all done.
Now, I think you only flipped 2 colors, if I remember. Maybe 3 tops.
Yeah, I think it was 3. I got a blue, orange, and a green. Yeah, so it wouldn't have been like a big.
Yeah, it would have just been an 8 instead of 5.
So right now you have +3 on Thundercracker.
And I draw a card because Wheeljack gives me that off of the 3rd action.
Yeah.
I guess that where would that have been on the
Oh, you know what I just noticed?
That's after we scrapped, so I do
the
get if it was an upgrade, I'd keep it.
do you see your damage counters as the
Oh,
hearts?
red dots. I see red dots.
Yeah. I wonder what happened there too.
There's a tiny image probably missing. I think the heart image might have been sitting in the packs. I'll have to go
Mm.
look.
Yeah,
I
because
think
they're
red dot
green.
is
They're
probably the standard.
green when they're KO'd.
Oh my, and they're blue on my side when they're KO'd.
Interesting.
My side I think is still red.
Yeah,
And
they're
oddly,
green dots.
they're all over the place. I
Weird.
see a green on Motor Master, a white on Breakdown, grey on Dragstrip,
Oh,
nothing
so
on.
our they don't match up between what you see and
Yeah,
what I see. Huh.
Yeah, I see a green on everybody except Motor Master's blue, and then I see a red dot for
Yeah.
damage, and a white on Menasor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
just
Rob, yes. So since the game has been discontinued, we have been using fan cards. Actually, so who you're hearing on the line, it's Henry and Brian. The three of us used to work with a group of people called Alpha Trion Protocols, and we play with those additional cards. There's a couple different fan sets. For me, just with my schedule and stuff, I just haven't had the time or the bandwidth to explore the others. I'm sure the other groups service their communities just fine, but I like the ATP cards. And I guess I don't know what your opinions are on the other stuff, but that's generally what I play with. And that's what you'll find on the Discord also. There's a what Brian linked, I think, is links to the different community Discords, and each Discord has like different fan cards that they might use. Sorry,
okay.
where were we?
So I've actioned. I haven't upgraded, but of course the checkpoint took care of most of that. Though there is a world where I might have drawn an upgrade off of Wheeljack on the trigger, because I think which would that? No, trying to
Well,
work
I
out that would have.
guess.
So I also drew Treasure Hunt. I think you'd have seen it. I think the trigger would have kicked off. Trying to remember if you complete. The trigger would have gone on the stack. We'd have completed security checkpoint. Then we'd have done that. So you wouldn't know that I've got Treasure Hunt. But I really wanted an upgrade there, right? So I could put an upgrade on Thundercracker and attack more.
Where did? Sorry, I missed it. Where did
No,
Treasure Hunt come from? The draw?
Wheeljack says on the third action that I
Oh,
play,
gotcha. Draw a card.
you
Yep,
draw
yep,
an
yep.
extra card. So I was trying to work out, would I have had to have shown that to, would I've, when would that have appeared?
No, I
Just
agree
showing
with you.
in the checkpoint.
I wouldn't normally see it.
Yeah. And so now my mental now is just, I've got Wheeljack sitting at 7 minimum. I've got Thundercracker sitting at 8 minimum. You now are defending for 2 with the tough 1 on there. So I think you're defending for 4.
Yeah, I think 4 is a good average.
And I'm coming in with basically 8, and I'm going to assume only 1 because I've got no bold. So I'm coming in for 8 and 9. So I'm really not easily getting up to. It's Wheeljack who's going to actually be the one who pushes you to his number, and he can hit for 9.
Mm-hmm.
So he is currently a 7. You defend for 4. So he's only going to get 3. So I can drop a decent chunk of my hand. And you're a lot of stars, so that hold the line's doing very little for me. So that one is definitely going to get scrapped when Wheeljack attacks.
Yep.
I think backup plan is probably the same way because an inspiring leadership.
That one's interesting. I feel like I would discard other cards and keep backup so that on your next turn you just play it.
Math of turns. I've got you're killing someone, so you're either going to go
Yeah.
big on Thundercracker or you're going to just take Wheeljack out because Fire Drive.
I see.
So I've got one card probably. So I'm thinking the Treasure Hunt or the Knack are the more exciting, especially as in my scrap I've got an Energon Axe, but Thundercracker's not damaged. I've got a grenade launcher. I do have the Master Sword, but that's less exciting.
You've got the Fusion Borer, right? Or did you reshuffle?
No, I've reshuffled. I think that guy's not there yet.
But okay, so if you've got an Energon Axe or a grenade launcher, odds are Knack gets you an upgrade one way or the other.
Except that Thundercracker has no damage, so that upgrade may not help if you can one-shot. But you have no upgrade, so Menasor is not the terror that he would be with his usual big weapon.
Yes, agreed. I need to draw something, hopefully. And you've seen
have
my
the
hand. I don't have a ton of cards. I've got the Stunticon Enigma, but
And you've got the mom and the dad, so next turn you're playing the dad to stop me hitting again, but I'm now blowing my big hits here. So I think I want 1 or 2 of these cards at max.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the treasure hunt stays because I want an upgrade, and I'm low on upgrades in the deck, I think, because I try to kind of
Yeah.
overfloat them. The
You're
hold the
not.
line is worthless.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. Keep the
That's
treasure hunt
worthless.
and the knack. Because you can.
Yeah, it's Nacko in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we hang it, and I've never played Knack before, so we'll see how that goes. So that's 3 on. I'm gonna put three counters on him now that they don't have no hearts.
Yep.
So I will scrap. So well, I guess I have to do that when I attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll start with Wheeljack.
Yeah.
So I will scrap 3. We've got him coming in at the moment for
7.
for 10.
10. Oh, right, 10, because he's got 3 at base.
Yep.
So I think at 10, and Thundercracker will be swinging with 8. I think at 10, I flip up,
Yeah, I think you reveal there.
flip that, heal myself for 1.
I attack. That's a bit of a whiff. So that's 10 coming in PS2.
Bold 1, or sorry, tough 1. Blocking 5.
So that does 5 to you.
All right.
And then we send Thundercracker in. Nat 8. And also whiffing 8 PS2.
Ooh. And I
There's
am
blues.
melee here, so I'm blocking 5 again.
So they're doing 3. That was some definite sadness there.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
And then we untap.
All right, draw for turn. Ugh. Okay, I don't care about that card. Stunticon Enigma to draw 2 more. Well, that's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean, it probably doesn't count for a ton, but it is an upgrade. I think it's my only upgrade, so I will play the Power Sword here.
Fair enough. And that should be enough to kill Wheeljack.
I guess it
that way,
depends. I guess I flipped a bunch of blues recently, so hopefully
Yeah.
I'm flipping some oranges on an attack, but we'll see. And I know your hand's pretty small, so I think instead of playing the dad right now, I play a Master Metallicado. So that is my second action. I'll heal for 1. Oh, why am I... There we go. Swinging bold 4 into Wheeljack. 1, 2, bold 1, bold 2, bold 3, bold 4, white pip, white pip. My base attack is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 into Wheeljack. Yep.
He'd be dead, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But he's going to find.
Dad's clutch.
He defends for 3. And then he has 7 health left, so you had more than 10.
Yeah.
He goes.
I think security checkpoint is useless at this point. Drop it for a knack. Actually, ooh, can I pick up a knack? I don't think I can. Menassor's not a leader.
Yeah.
Damn it. I guess pick up
I
the
don't think you
sparring
need
leader. No, I don't think I need it, but it's just a feel-good card.
If I get lucky, I draw. Well, I guess I'm only playing the 1 action unless I get real lucky with a brainstorm. But I think I did that before the shuffle.
Yeah.
So the brainstorm's sitting there. I possibly need brainstorm as my my card. So we'll draw. Okay, that doesn't help me.
You could knack into a brainstorm because you just played one.
But
right? You got a brainstorm and scrap. I guess it's if the top card is blue.
If the top card's blue. So I can flip to do 2 damage to you. It costs me 1 damage on my attack. Sad that Thundercracker doesn't get an extra defense when he flips. But I think that makes sense. Yeah, we'll do the flip. I think I want Treasure Hunt. I think I need that more than anything else. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh. Well, Scoundrel's
armor.
Blaster's not terrible, but...
Drill Arms is just pointing the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that goes. I get those 3. I don't need to draw the card, so I think we're talking Scoundrel. Oh. And the tough... Well, and Is the improvised shield actually my play? Bizarrely.
To just try and survive.
Survive one hit.
How blue are you? You feel pretty blue.
I'm currently assuming it's 50-50, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
The drill arms just gives. Yeah, there's kind of no point doing extra attack right now if it means I die. And drill arms means I can get rid of the armor you put on if you put one on.
Yeah.
I know you've got dad. Like the reality is I've got far too far to go. You're 35 plus 5, so you're 40 health. And I've got 14 damage to do. So maybe actually it's that I have to gamble on Scoundrel's Blaster, because even improvised shield I might live one extra if I get lucky. Because you've got to find 13 on the next hit, which
I think
without
that's
mob,
tough.
which needs to go.
I guess knowing.
I'm gonna live
No,
anyway.
Yeah, that's gone. Knowing what you know, I guess even if I hadn't told you already, you know that Master Metallicato is my signature, so that there is a chance I have another one of those.
Yeah, I could be looking at a scrap actually and learning. I guess in Primus, step 1 is watch people's scrap to discover what their signature is.
That thing that
Like
good
really
players do that I am terrible at.
Yeah. Well, I always think of it just after someone shuffles. I was like, I should have used that moment to look at your scrap and get the entire like colors
Yeah.
figured out. Then
I remember it was at Columbus for the not Origins, but the what was the secondary tournaments circuit?
the pro play,
Say that again.
the pro play.
Yes, for Pro Play Columbus, when I was playing against Stefan, and he was like constantly going through my scrap pile, and the entire time I'm thinking, yeah, this is what someone who knows what they're doing is like.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's taking notes.
With Octagon, you can with a larger screen, you can, I think, spin off their scrap into its own window off to the side, and I can be watching your scrap at all times, and my scrap at all times. So I've done that with I think with Perceptor, was it? I used to keep an eye on my scrap in one of the decks, and constantly be watching what was there.
Yeah.
And so that sort of there are features Octagon gives that saves you the I'm gonna ask to look at your scrap every time and keep looking. Or on webcams, please hold your scrap in front of the webcam so I can get a feel for what's there, or tell you exactly what I'm looking for and ask if it's there.
Yeah.
So I'll Scoundrel's Blast a Thundercracker because I'm basically hoping to hit you for a bunch now and then get another shot.
Yes.
And maybe get lucky on this, but it's gonna be a stretch. So we'll send the lad in. Flipping blues. Yep. So I'm hitting you for 6.
All right. I'm blocking 4, taking 2.
Yep. Not even going to get you sturdy, I think, at this rate. But let's see.
Well, yeah, at least he's not sturdy.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I've got him
if
close
he
to
can
30,
get
but
12 in, he sturdy's still off. You know. We need one of those giant 25 swing thundercrackers.
Yeah.
Probably
You
not
gotta
gonna happen.
you gotta get the big if you can just bypass the whole sturdy phase of the fight.
Yeah.
All right. Draw. I guess I'll play it, but or would I rather play sparring gear? I think I play the sparring gear here. I think this, hopefully I can get to game, though, in one. I need to hit, with your deck, I probably need to get to 15 to kill you. Actually, no, I probably don't kill you out here.
Yeah, 7 to 15 feels unless you grabbed another mom, which I guess is quite possible.
Yeah. I did, but I don't think that's enough. Looking at my,
you need the weapon as well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the weapon's giving you the stuff there already, the bold.
I've got the bold. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
You're 6 plus 1, 7. You're guaranteed pretty much 5 out of the mom, so that gets you to 12. It's close.
Yeah. All right, we'll go in here. 1, 2, bold 1. No white pips. So I am swinging.
Bold 3 from the weapon.
Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then
15.
13, 14, 15, 16.
You should just you don't have a white, so you're only getting 4 from the colors.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you get 4 from the colors.
15, yeah.
Which might be very, very important on my side if I get really blue. But white's not a bad
Ooh.
start. But that's
Oh no.
and that's
Oh no! Not like this!
He's definitely dead.
Oh, good game. Okay.
Good game.
So what did we learn? I mean, first Primus game. Honestly, I was like, oh, stun cons will be fun to play, but they do feel very strong in Primus. Because I could have combined on turn 3, but it's nice to. I even had the flexibility not to, because I just don't start out with any damage the way you do in like Teletran and Titan 1 or Full Con. So what would you build differently? I think, like you said earlier, you missed Crankcase's stratagem. I feel like what did you think your deck was trying to do that you weren't able to do successfully? Do you maybe you build more blue with you got your card draw up at a certain point, but it felt like it wasn't something you were able to sustain.
Well, I think what's interesting with the 1v1 Primus, like it definitely felt like Menasor felt more like big fat Menasor. You got a lot of extra stars and cards, and whereas I think in the multiplayer version, I feel like you would have been
Teamed up on
a fair bit for showing up with Menasor, right? Like you're like, I got this big thing, it's gonna go big, it's gonna mess up everyone's turn order and basically break 3 other players' blow.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna lose a bunch of those. Actually, you're gonna get Motor Master hit early if you're not the first player. You could lose Motor Master before you even.
There's nothing. This isn't like the patrol teams where you can protect. With stealth. Motor Master would definitely 100% be targeted early.
So I think a lot of this game is Motor Master in a single player game, in a 2-player game, powerful. And I'm kind of janking it, I'm basically using Wheeljack to get Thundercracker queued up.
Yep.
And I do have and effectively I've got Crankcase as kind of the backup of I lose Thundercracker, I've got lots of cards in hand. Well, let's do the Crankcase Fire Drive thing.
Yeah.
And my ideal is to put those two together and just smash you in the 20s.
Yeah.
The other alternative is these two together effectively. That's kind of doing two synergies at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, this was only one game. Unfortunately, I don't have time to play another one. I'd be super curious. Like, I do think I got lucky on 2 very important things. One was I found new orders. And like, I had the pocket processor and stuff. But new orders set me up for a fantastic wheel turn where you essentially had to swing Wheeljack into a character you didn't want to swing into to deal 2 damage, and then or Thunder. I think maybe it was Thundercracker, and then I got to put serious damage on Crankcase. That was super important. And then I think I found Security Checkpoint at a very lucky moment, and I used it. I mean, I feel like this game was kind of decided by new orders and Security Checkpoint when I got to use them, because your hand was stacked with upgrades that you just didn't get a chance to use because I got Security Checkpoint when I needed it, which is unfortunate that Security Checkpoint still feels bad.
Your new orders effectively... I probably should have put Grenade Launcher or Fusion Ball on somebody, not the person I was attacking with. Like, I probably should have put it on Wheeljack.
Just get it out of your hand.
So that it wasn't a risk, right? Instead, I held it, and your new orders meant I didn't want to waste them.
Yeah. And
so now I've got these 2 weapons that are, killer weapons lost, and that's 4/3 damage possibilities there. I think the big bit for the 1v1 here is a lot of my early thoughts here were in Primus you want to have multiple plans.
Mm-hmm.
In multiplayer, I think you want to have more than one plan going because you don't know who's going to get beat up on, and you want to not have your linchpin get killed. So my thinking was have two separate synergies that you can be playing with, and it's harder to stop you playing your game.
Yeah.
But in 1v1, I think you've got to have only one plan. The two plans, like, you're not going to get random beats. You can predict who's being attacked.
You're splitting your efficiency trying to do
Yeah.
two things. Although I will say I like you kind of have this option where you have two big attackers with the flexibility to add on another one with fire drive. I dig that.
You two together.
Yeah.
The only thing that I thought is that because it's definitely, it seems like you do have two separate plans, which is, as you said, designed for that multiplayer possibility. But I think in the 1v1, especially against Motormaster, because you were getting hit, anyone was getting hit every turn that Cam wanted to attack. That like the two strategies were kind of working against each other a little bit, because the one's built all around the brainstorming and playing as many actions, and then the other one is just like get as big a hand as possible. So if it's almost like you gotta like choose one early on in the 1v1 if you're gonna stick with the same team and sort of build to that.
But you also, what's your total star count on your bots right now?
I think I've got 4. I think I've got 4 left on it. Let me strip my battle cards so I can just look through my cards. But I'm carrying.
So
how much is Wheeljack?
9.
So
Okay,
15.
It's 30. You have 5 left.
So if you got rid of Crankcase, you'd have like 12. Like 12 stars is really, you could get a really strong. What you don't, I guess you want someone that you don't have to flip a lot, so you can flip Thundercracker. Okay, so you got 3-star battle cards, so you'd have 4-star battle cards.
Yeah, we've got the 4 stars there, and then we've got 7 plus 7, 14 plus 8 gets us to 30. Gets us to 23, and then the 9 gets me to 32. No, I messed up there. 14, 8, 22.
Well, they're
22, 9, 31,
right?
and I get 4 more.
22.
Yeah, that's my 35.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
I think one of the questions is Wheeljack putting a brainstorm in my hand is obviously nice for Thundercracker, but if I actually went and I'm basically going with I want lots of cards, so this was the plan for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the 2-player version, if it's the Wheeljack Thundercracker game going on, then I probably want 3 brainstorms.
Yeah, you make that your signature.
And, but if it's the Crankcase Fire Drive thing going on, then I'm probably not doing these. These are great as a signature for Crankcase, I think.
Yeah.
I think Leap is worth it in there. If you ever get 1 star left over, you want Leap hanging around, I think, a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think
room for the strat and a few other cards in there.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Leap's value if you get it. And I play a good amount of whites, and my hope is to knack into a Leap if I can. But yeah, I like the idea of like if you go with Wheeljack Thundercracker, you drop Crankcase, you swap your Universal Network accesses for Brainstorms, and that's 10 stars to work with. There's some pretty good 10-star characters. Maybe someone that's not flip intensive.
Because Thundercracker flipping was quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think you want someone who's got options, because Thundercracker is not exciting to flip if I'm playing no melee.
Yeah,
Wheeljack is a one-time flip.
And there is, I'm sure there's like a ranger, just a good stuff ranger range deck still out there. Yeah.
Yeah, this was cool. I think there's a fun deck here. But I think it's going to be interesting on the Primus side that the Primus, I'm kind of estimating that the Primus decks that have done well in multiplayer we'll see kind of beefed up versions of the standard decks in, I guess we're going to Singleton, I guess, right? So we're going to lose some of the decks that need to have huge reliability in pulling particular cards for their synergies.
Yeah,
but
I've seen
a lot of the same style of decks that do well in constructed, but are more average in their needs.
Before we call this a stream, I'm gonna go to Teletran and I'm gonna look at because I've been seeing people build Primus decks. We'll get a public deck lists and take a look. I saw some really cool stuff. I saw one that was like, I don't know why. I think it was a okay, first one is Holy Primus. It's unbearable. And this one, ooh, okay, someone's trying to make Devastator work in Primus. I guess I'm curious about that. Next one is called Choo Choo, and it looks like it's, is it working around Captain Astro Train?
Must be with that name.
But that's I mean, I don't think of that card very much at all. Primus Autobots. Impactor, Infinitus, Highbrow, Zort, Minimus Ambus, Perceptor. That feels like very much a beefed up version of like a full constructed deck. Primus Cars. I like the idea of Primus Cars because you're getting 4-wide cars, but they have good stats. I'm sure
you don't. I guess you get your signature card allows you to bring in the
start
3
your
untapped
engines.
cars and
Yeah,
the 3 start your engines and the 3 turbo boosters. So that's all you really
yeah,
want.
yeah, and you guessed it 100% right. That's what the signatures are. And you get to play Rally, which is fun.
So anything with a synergy that relies on an action and an upgrade, we'll see move over very easily. Anything that is looking for a lot more synergy probably gets weaker.
Yeah. What else we got here? In Memory of Val. It's another Devastator Primus deck. Okay, this one's weird. Nothing bugs me. It's bugs, and I mean maybe it's a joke deck. I don't know. It's bugs that have 40 no pip cards.
Oh, I saw them talking about this on the channel. I think because the no pips feel very much like a Skywarpy, barrage, not Sergeant Barricade type of deck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there like a bug that cares about not flipping pips? I don't think so.
I think this was a little bit for the theme of the name driving it more than.
Okay, gotcha.
I think was the comment. But I do think this shows that there's definitely a lot of interest in trying out things that, like with with Devastator is great because now you have room to add a few extra things to Devastator.
Yeah.
And still get value out of those 3 reclaims being in there. Or my heavy landing desires to always turn it into a lightning bolt.
Yeah, plus you get stratagems to try and bolster yourself up a little bit when you're playing Devastator. And there's enough stars there that you can add Flame War to try and protect. If you can try and build Devastator Blue, and you'll get the tough to try and keep your guys alive a little longer, things like that.
And there's a lot less Infinite Pierce happening because people aren't making pure color themed decks.
Yep.
Although maybe we'll see that change. I think for the 2-player, I think we'll see more color theme.
Yeah, but this was fun. I think the last time we did this was like in the summer, so hopefully we'll get more chances to play on Octagon in the future. And if you're watching the stream, we put the links out there. We hope you'll come play with us. We hope you'll come play on Octagon. If anyone's curious, there is a group of players that play on Tabletop Simulator, but due to some of the things that company has been doing recently, I'm not going to be playing on it. So hopefully you'll come play with us on Octagon sometime. And yeah, thanks again, Henry, for playing some games with me.
You're very welcome.